morning. Good morning. It's Carol Chamberlain in for the lovely Leza Live on the news 103.5 KYCA. So happy to be sitting here in this seat. Sad to say, however, it's because of an ailing Leza Dandos. So
I think that's a lie.
Oh,
I think she went to the lake early. That's what I think.
Well, if she did, good for her, and I hope she has a fabulous time. So I'm doing well. You guys look like you're doing well, so we'll just send our good vibes out to Leza.
Oh, no, I'm miserable.
Oh, my gosh, I hear that just about every day from you.
You're welcome.
So tell me something great that happened to you yesterday.
I got to co-host the show with Carol Chamberlain.
I know that woman.
I've heard good things.
Good answer.
What a lovely thing. So did you sell a house yesterday?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Now, I don't think you had enough bourbon to forget.
Well, I'm just getting started.
Well, so since you're no longer the desperate realtor, I'm assuming that you're going to be realtoring today.
Every day.
And you have travels in your plan for today.
Yep. I'll be going to the sprawling metropolis that is known as Cordis Lakes.
Cordis Lakes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to a lake. Is there
No,
a
there's
lake?
no lakes there.
Well, then why is it
lakes,
called that?
There used to be lakes. There's not anymore.
What, you just dried up?
Yeah, the town, I think, just said, well, that's it.
Oh,
There's no more water to fill it up. They called it a day.
Well,
So,
there's an article in the paper about regionalizing water, so I'm going to move on from that. Hello, Drew. How are you?
Wonderful. And yourself, Carol?
I'm pretty darn good, but I have to ask you. Yesterday I was sitting here in a turtleneck, and today I'm in riotous, colorful summer clothes. What the heck is going on?
Well, it's just called Central Highlands weather.
Springtime in Prescott, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the weather here, just wait 20 minutes and it'll change. But no, we're gonna have a beautiful day. We're gonna have a high of 76 today. I mean, that's perfect weather, just perfect temperature. And then our lows will be in the high 40s again. So we're definitely getting ready for that. And tonight we'll have it'll be clear, light winds. Friday will be mostly clear, light winds, and Saturday again mostly sunny. And we're going to be pushing 80 in the 80s.
I tell you what.
So your summer clothes will be more than fitting for the weekend.
I'm glad they are fitting.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
After
Fitting.
the weekend, we'll have another storm coming in.
Say that again.
Yeah, there'll be a storm coming into the north, and that'll change our weather patterns and drop our temperature down and give us a possibility of some rain.
Well, I guess we never say no to rain, but
You can't.
I am going out to Antelope Hills today and hitting a bucket of balls. So
Wonderful.
I'm going to be celebrating this beautiful weather.
You might want some sunscreen, though.
Actually, thank you for reminding me. I always put it on my face, but I forget about the rest of me. I guess I should remember that. Anyway, I know that it's springtime because I bought some peonies yesterday. Now, I've never bought peonies before. I don't know why. So I was shocked by something. I don't think you all probably will be, but when I bought them, they were just buds. I mean, they were closed up tight buds. So I brought them home just like you're supposed to, snipped off the ends of them, stuck them in some water, put them in the living room, and went to do something else in the house, came back out to the living room, and they were flowers.
Fantastic.
It was just immediate. So when I woke up this morning, it was dark, and they were closed up tight. And then the sun came out, and they just bloomed again. I'm absolutely amazed by the likes of peonies.
It's nice that they do that, too. It's like it really shows that they're alive. It really does.
It really does. The only bloom I knew that did that was when I was in Texas. There were 4 o'clocks. And for some reason, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they would come open. So anyway, so much for my spring flower report.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I thought you were saying a questionable word on the air, and I'm like, well.
Peonies. Let's see. Rhymes with, never mind. So,
You're going to get us in trouble, Carol.
I'm not either. Jason was a very kind person to me and sent me an email last night in the middle of the night at 2:30 in the morning.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
man's got a different sort of schedule. 2:30.
Well, he's doing triple duty today. So
Well, let me just say,
he's wearing more hats than everybody here, that's for sure.
I got to tell you, let me just say thank you to Jason on the air. I very much appreciate it because I'm going to be able to tell you some of what today's are just because of him. So let's take a moment for Jason.
Perfect. Thank you, Jason.
Yes.
From all of us. Okay, today is World Red Cross Day. Now, it means a lot to me because of my background in nursing, but this World Red Cross Day held annually on the birthday of founder Henri Dunant in 1828. So I looked him up. He was a Swiss humanitarian who won the first Nobel Peace Prize in 1901, which is fitting because doesn't that come out of Switzerland? Or the Peace Prize? Nobel.
I'm not sure, but I think you're correct.
I think something like that. So not only did the organization he created serve 189 countries and territories, but it's now considered one of the world's most recognized symbols, that Red Cross. So thank you, Henri.
And he used that from the Swiss flag.
Oh,
That's why the cross is there.
see, another Drugel moment. Thank you, Drugel.
That's why he's here.
He's here
He's
for
smarter
his...
than all of us.
He is, but he's also here for his good looks.
Yep.
It is also National Coconut Cream Pie Day. Now, I want to know who likes coconut cream pie.
I could take it or leave it.
I would, take it or leave it. I'd take it every day.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford the
No.
calories, but I would take it every day. So it is the perfect for dessert or just, listen to this, smushing it in somebody's face. Did you know that coconuts were not nuts?
Correct.
What are they?
Seeds.
Oh my gosh. You could have written all this stuff, Drew. That's right. They are seeds.
Those are big seeds.
Yeah, they really are. Although I can tell you this, at least my mother and father got their money's worth when they sent me to school.
Good for them. I'm glad to hear that. And we are taking advantage of it. So tonight is the Academy of Country Music Awards, hosted for the 19th time by Reba McEntire. Now, I don't know who's a country and Western music fan. Drew's hand is raised. I like it a lot. You don't
No,
like
I'm
it.
out.
You're out.
Yeah.
But you know what really surprised me? It's being shown tonight live on Prime Video. You know, all these shows used to be on network television, and now they're not. I mean,
Nope. Nobody has network television anymore.
well,
Well,
I do.
Well, a lot of people don't watch the networks because they've depleted. They've lost so much credibility during a lot of the political, a lot of people are not, they're like, hey, you put on these people that lied to us. You knew they did that and you lost your credibility. So they're not going to the ABCs, the NBCs, the CNNs.
I had not thought about that. So maybe there is some big fallout about those lies. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else surprised me that I read today? There was a scary moment for Ivanka Trump and her husband Jared after they left a club in Miami. First of all, I'm glad to hear they're having some fun being at a club in Miami. A man tried to get too close to Ivanka, but her Secret Service agent put his body between her and the man, but the man didn't back down, and the agent had to shove him away. The thing that surprised me most about this is her Secret Service agent. They all have Secret Service agents?
Yes. If you are, I'm trying to think of the term, but if you're first
First
interfamily,
lineage or something like that.
yeah, interfamily, you get protection because obviously that would be President Trump's daughter.
Yeah.
God forbid somebody abducted her or did something, they could have a ransom.
Wow.
That could cause an issue. That's why they
Gotcha.
give it to them.
It-
There's
it-
an actual term, and I'm having a brain cramp here, but there's a term for that gives them that protection.
Expensive. That's the term.
Yeah.
The term is very expensive. But I'll tell you something else that's expensive for our government. The Navy lost another fighter jet from the same aircraft carrier.
Oh, not good.
Oh, it is
Not
absolutely not good.
Someone just got fired.
I would say
Yeah.
fighter jets are becoming the new missing socks. I'm going to pause for a moment. For the second time in less than 2 weeks, the Navy lost a jet from the USS Harry Truman aircraft carrier in the Middle East. This one was reportedly having trouble landing on the ship, and the pilots had to eject as the plane slid off the deck. Another slide off the deck one. The other one they were turning and it slid off the deck. So these planes cost about $60 million a piece, and it doesn't look like they're going to be recovered.
They need to get better tires or something.
Well, one was on the flight deck, so it's not down. The other one, if he's landing and he had an issue and didn't get the tow rope, he couldn't slow down, so more than likely he couldn't take off again, so that's why he probably ejected.
But he ejected, but doesn't that mean it crashed into the back of the ship? I'm surprised the ship didn't get hurt too.
No.
Well, maybe the ship is going to be sunk because it is not a good look. I just have to admit, not a good look. Nor is it a good look for us. I won't say anymore.
I'm just wondering who's going to go get the planes, because someone is.
Yeah, there's a lot of money down there.
Well, actually, and there's a lot of information down there. One of the things I read about the last one that just slid off into the ocean is it's got a lot of secrets on there, so I'm assuming somebody is going to go get something.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it should be us. What do you think? Okay, we're gonna come around to something a little more lighthearted. So Disney is headed to the Middle East. I'm sort of surprised by this, but for the first time in 15 years, Disney is opening a new theme park. At least it's good to hear they're opening a new one. Good for Disney. The Walt Disney Company announced its first ever theme park and resort in the United Arab Emirates called Disneyland Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
That has sort of a ring to it. Disney Abu Dhabi. It's the 7th global theme park, and it's first in the Middle East. Disney execs say it's right near 1/3 of the world's population. A third of the world's population. With over 120 million travelers passing through Abu Dhabi and Dubai each year. They're hoping some of those folks stop by to shake Mickey's hand. And, our own Leza was in Dubai just last year, I believe. When she was flying to Africa. On her way back
passing through, yeah.
She passed through. She had some big plans. I know that she had packed a pair of high heels to go clubbing in Dubai, but I think she got too tired to do it. So there was one that I had for specifically for Matt.
Oh, specifically for me? This better be good.
Specifically for Matt. Oh my gosh, where is it? It had to do with a theme. Here we go. A woman was awarded $40,000 after being compared to Darth Vader at work. I just find this
looks or voice
I gotta tell you, I just find this absolutely ludicrous. A British woman was awarded $40,000 in compensation after a co-worker compared her to Darth Vader from Star Wars. But it's not how it sounds. The team was making a Myers-Briggs personality test. Have you ever had a Myers-Briggs done?
Many. Yeah.
I would say, how's that going to turn out? But how about you, Drew?
Darth Vader.
Well, we did the corporate thing where you had to go and talk to the corporate shrink and make sure that you're okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they called it that, but that's what it was.
So I think it's really odd that this Myers-Briggs personality test had a Star Wars theme. I find that sort of funky. But anyway, when Lorna Rook left the room, a co-worker took the test for her, and it came out Darth Vader. The Darth Vader category was described as a very focused individual who brings the team together. Now, I think that sounds pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't mind being called that. But Rook said she didn't agree and that her coworkers were making fun of her since the movie character is better known as a legendary villain. She sued and won. What have we come to?
Well, that's their legal system. That should have been thrown out of court. It should never have gotten there.
It's
like, oh, you're too stupid.
Oh, too stupid. Somebody's going to sue you for $40 million or however much.
They're going to be really disappointed. You'd be lucky if they get $40, let alone $40 million.
I just don't know what happened to the old days when you could call people call things the way you see them. You just can't do that anymore.
No.
I was going to say, I've been called a lot of things at work.
What? Just have me one
No.
thing.
It's not a radio friendly. But
Oh.
I haven't sued anybody yet.
I'm sure what you have been called is the consummate professional.
Of course. Definitely not desperate.
Oh my gosh, Ken's listening. I don't think it's desperate. Okay. I'm going to just say one more, and then we're going to take a break because we got a lot of people to come in here today.
We do. Busy day.
Very lucky to have people coming in. There's a new butt cream beauty hack on TikTok, and it's not really good for you. I didn't know
what did you say, Carol?
Yeah, what?
I said there's a new butt cream beauty hack on TikTok. It's not so new, though. I've been hearing about this for 100 years. The newest beauty hack that's going on viral on TikTok is something you really shouldn't try. Some users are now putting hemorrhoid cream on their eyes to make them look less puffy. You know, the old shrinkage thing. That's a trick that I've been hearing since I was in my 20s. But dermatologists say hold off on the butt cream. They say because of the ingredients, these creams can increase your risk of, I'm not going to say it, glaucoma is what it is, and make your eyes more wrinkly over time. So there you have it. Stay away from Preparation H on your eyes. Anyway, we'll be right back after this. Again, it's Carol Chamberlain in for the lovely Leza live on the news, 103.5 KYCA. So fortunate to have with us Ben Nas and his son Eldon Nas, who is a star in a play we'll tell you about in just a second. And, of course, Liz Rogers for Theater Thursday.
Good morning.
Good morning. I love to hear that. So now I get to say it. Theater Thursday.
Yes, we're very fancy.
Oh, it does sound fancy.
It does.
I should have gloves and we should be sipping tea.
Matt, get on that, would you?
On it.
Thank you.
And put on those white gloves. So, Ben, you are the CEO of Footlight Productions, but there's something special that's coming your way, and that is a play called Into the Dark. Is that correct?
Into the Woods.
Woods. They're
Into the
dark woods.
They are dark woods, so that's a pretty apt description. Yes, we've got Into the Woods going up this weekend and next weekend at the Hazeltine Theater. We've got a show tomorrow night and then a matinee on Saturday, and an evening on Saturday, both weekends. It's a Stephen Sondheim. It's probably one of his greatest works, in my opinion. And the cast is amazing. It's going to be a great show.
The cast is amazing because one of your stars is sitting here with you. So how long has Ethan been performing, Ethan?
Eldon.
That's it.
That's it.
Harold's not a morning person.
Yes, I am a morning person.
No, you're
That's
not.
absolutely Eldon, I'm so sorry. And besides, it's such a great name.
Yeah.
So how long have you been performing?
I've been performing for I don't know.
3 or 4 years, 5 years.
Wait.
We had him on as the
Wait,
cute
when-
guy since he was young.
When was Annie?
It was a while ago.
Oh, so very
It was a while
young.
ago. Yeah, we started him early. He's guilty by association.
Well, that's good. It's in the family. It's in the genes. So
It is, yeah.
tell us a little bit about Into the Woods. Just give us a synopsis of this
So
play.
Into the Woods is about, we have the baker and his wife. We have Cinderella. We've got all of these fairy tale creatures that have to go into the woods. There's a witch that sends them on a journey that they have to fulfill. And it's just their journey into the woods and what happens into the woods. You know, it's scary in those woods. And so, you got to go in and figure out what's what in there.
And how to escape those
And
scary
how to escape
woods.
those. Yep, Jack is also one of the characters. That's what Eldon plays. He's Jack. We have Jack and Jack's mother with the beanstalk and the giants.
Oh, that Jack.
Yeah, that's it.
So do you get to climb a beanstalk, Eldon, as Jack?
Yes, I climbed the beanstalk to the giants.
Woo! Do you have to fight him?
Later on in the show. Not the first time I go up, but the second time I go up.
Oh, that's pretty darn good. So when did you get into theater? Ben?
Oh, geez. I started in high school a long time ago, back in the 90s.
Long time
A
ago.
long time ago. It's a long time for me, right? It's
Gotcha.
getting there. So I was hooked. I got cast as Pippin in the first musical I auditioned for, so I got the lead, and that was the end of it. I also we went and saw Cats, and the lady goes up, sings Memory on the tire. I was hooked, and on the technical side, I was like, that's exactly what I want to do. So I've been in theater for a long time.
So where was that high school?
I went to Centennial High School in Columbia, Maryland, which is a big suburb of D.C. and Baltimore.
And what brought you here?
So I finished. I got my undergrad from Shenandoah Conservatory in Virginia, and then I went on to grad school, and I got into the University of Arizona's scene design program over there.
Wow.
So then I ended up in Arizona, and then from there I went to L.A. for 3 years and tried to be a movie star actor, which was an interesting experience. Met my wife Sasha there.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, yep. So I love her very much, and from there we moved back here because I was going to finish my master's program, and she was her parents lived in Phoenix at the time. They've since moved up to Prescott. So we were commuting to Prescott from Tucson, from the U of A, every chance we had. So we decided, why are we commuting? Let's just move.
And it's a wonderful, wonderful community to live in.
Yeah, it is.
And the theater community is really an amazing thing here, as Liz is going to tell us about in a bit. But you've been a big part of this, right, Ben?
Yeah, so we've been producing shows. We started producing shows with the Movement Studio 14 years ago, and then since then we've rolled Footlight Productions, which is our 501c3 theater company. That's
Right.
the company that's producing Into the Woods. So we've kind of shifted all of our theater production stuff onto Footlight Productions because it's a 501c3 and it opens up some donation possibilities. And
Sure.
so if you want to donate, Footlight Productions, look us up. We'd be happy to get you on our donor
Take your
list.
money.
Basically, yeah, it's
Well,
great. Yes.
and speaking of it, how do people reach Footlight Productions in order to do that?
Sure. So Footlight Productions, we have probably the easiest thing to do is send an email. So it's ben@footlightproductions.net, and then I'll get you in touch with the lady who does our donations, and we can and we'll get you on our programs and in our advertising. And we've got a lot of great shows that happen, a lot of great actors, both young and old. So we produce kids theater, and then this Into the Woods is full. We have Eldon is 10; he's probably our youngest, and then we've got a 70-year-old who's playing the grandma. So we have a full range of people who do it, full range of talent. We've got a lot of the talent pool.
Amazing.
They're amazing.
Talent.
Yeah. And
Actually, that is so neat. As I was getting ready for today, I was looking, and there are really opportunities for auditions that people can really look into and sign up for.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different companies that are doing it. So there's a lot of little theater companies that are doing things now. So it's a great community for theater.
Well, we are so happy to have had you, Ben and Eldon, to talk about Footlight Productions and Into the Woods coming up this weekend. Is that correct?
This weekend and next weekend. Tickets are on sale through Hazeltine's website.
Perfect.
And we'd love to see you at the show.
Well, we would love to see it too. So thanks again for coming in. We'll be right back after this. And it's Carol Chamberlain in for the lovely Leza live on the News 103.5 KYCA. Joining us in studio is Liz Rogers.
Except for when I'm here, we call it Liza Live.
I gotcha.
I'm just sorry.
We could call it that today. Or we could say this is Conversations with Carol. So,
Oh, that's a good name too.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
I like that.
okay, so you're going to tell us what all is going on.
Well, I was going to mention Footlight Productions Into the Woods, but I think we've already covered
I
that.
think we have two. So,
So
but
let's start at the Elks.
okay.
Coming up this weekend at the Elks Historic Theater, Friday night, May 9th, is Stand Up for Mental Health. So this is a comedy show intended to support mental health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and this is a professional mental health advocate and stand-up comedian performing, and there are still tickets available. Always important to say that.
I am really amazed at what's going on in theater because I'm going to go see Oh Mary, which is about Mary Todd Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
And I think of her as a completely depressed person, but it's a comedy. So maybe this is a theme.
Well, maybe. I mean, Mary Todd had a rough life, but I guess you have to find the humor in something.
Anyway, so from mental health to
Mental health stand-up comedy. And then on Sunday is Esteban for his Mother's Day concert. An amazing musician, local, plays with his daughter, Teresa Joy, whom I adore, and she's gorgeous.
Huh.
But
she's got a good-looking dad, too.
yeah, it's a very attractive family. They kind of got all the genes, talent and looks.
I don't mean to cut you off there real quick, Liz, but Drew wanted me to point out that white smoke signals have been seen, so a new
No.
pope is chosen. It has not been announced
Already?
yet.
That
Oh,
was
my
fast.
gosh. They wanted out of those closed doors, I'm telling you.
Wow. Oh,
They haven't announced the name, but they have chosen
picked
a
up.
new pope, and that's what I
I
just
saw the
got.
black smoke yesterday, but
Yeah.
wow,
That
was
is
quick.
good to hear. Quick. They wanted their
That's only the
phones.
second vote.
I hope it's Papa Pizza.
Okay.
That's what I want.
That should be the name of a parlor.
Well, it's
Anyway.
it's the name of one of the cardinals.
Papa Pizza?
Well, it's not Papa Pizza, but
It's Piazza.
Yeah. No, it's pizza.
Okay.
No, it's pizza.
Okay. Next, I think we are at Esteban at the moment.
We were just talking about Esteban. That is May 10th for Mother's Day, of course. You know, moms love Esteban. And then on Wednesday, May 14th, this is a monthly event that we host upstairs on the 3rd floor in the Sundance Room, and it's Arizona Wordsmiths Open Mic Night. So what that is local published authors, people who just like to write. They come in, they read some of their works. It's like a music open mic or a comedy open mic, but it's just about the written word.
Oh, how neat is that?
And usually there's a featured author who brings in some books to sell, and then other folks can sign up and share their work. It's an amazing experience. No poetry, just prose.
So have you ever done that?
I do write, but I write murders.
Oh, I love that.
And I don't write books. I write murder mysteries.
Wow,
I kill
short
people.
stories.
No actual productions.
How neat
So
is that?
I'm a serial killer. Yes. I admit it.
I love that. I really love that about you, Liz. Okay.
You know, it's got to be done. And then more stand-up comedy on Thursday, May 15th. We will have stand-up comedy in the Crystal Hall with Steve Mazan, one of the most sought-after corporate speakers. And this is going to be a clean comedy night. I'm promised that Matt Santos and JC are going to keep their language clean and still be funny.
How is that happening?
Good luck on that one. Well, Santos actually never cusses. He doesn't really.
That's true.
He has spicy topics, but he doesn't swear ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been like that as long as I've known him.
Oh, his
Now,
mother.
JC, that's a whole nother story.
Nope, he's going to keep it clean. Family friendly.
Sure, we'll see.
Very good.
And then on Saturday, Jazz Journey, another monthly series that we do at the Elks Crystal Hall. It's Mike Vax and the Prescott Jazz Summit All-Stars. It's not just music, it's stories of the music and the history of the songs and the artists that perform them. And this will be the 3rd annual Saxophone Summit. So it will feature saxophones in a beautiful setting. And Mike, of course, is unstoppable.
Such a talent, that man. Such a talent.
Absolutely. Then on May 25th, which is Sunday over Memorial Day weekend, we will have Stories That Matter. This is a live storytelling where your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues are willing to get up and tell a true personal story about themselves that fits into the category of the presentation. What's amazing about this is the audience reaction. Everyone is so invested in the stories. Cell phones are down. They're making eye contact. They laugh along with it. They cry. It's a extremely powerful moment.
It is a powerful moment. I believe, didn't I see you do one of these?
I did do one a while ago about being bullied.
I saw that just yesterday online.
Oh,
and I
boy.
have to tell you, it was remarkably good.
Oh, thank you.
The only elective, I could take 2 electives when I was in undergraduate school. One of them was storytelling.
Oh.
And the second one was statistics, because I knew I was going to go to graduate school. And storytelling was one of the best experiences of my life.
What a great class.
It was the only thing I didn't like was writing the reviews at the end.
Oh, for other people?
Exactly. I just like getting in front of those kids because they were fourth graders in a little town. And the first one I told was The Princess and the Pea. And they said to me, that wasn't scary enough. That wasn't scary enough. So I started telling them Poe stories. And
Those are scary.
They're very scary. And, you know, the thump, 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 thump of being behind the wall.
Yep.
So Friday afternoon, I'm in a grocery store, and all the kids are saying, just not scary enough, not scary enough. A mother came up to me and said, so you're the one who's having my kids sleep with me at night on Fridays. So we're going to have to take a short break, and we'll come back to our list of things to do. So be right back. Hello again. It's Carol Chamberlain in for Leza Live on the News 103.5 KYCA, talking with Liz Rogers from the Prescott Elks Theater on Theater Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
So I think we left off, before I was talking about your wonderful storytelling, we left off at that.
We
so
did.
Next.
And it is important to note that for the stories that matter, everyone's telling their own personal, true story. So there's a bit of vulnerability to get in there and do that. And it's like I said, it's a great experience. That's on May 25th. Then the following weekend, May 30th, upstairs in the Crystal Hall, we will have folk sessions presenting Mark Stewart. And this is the end of the series for folk sessions for the summer. And Tom, who runs folk sessions, is sort of changing how he's going to go about it next year and will not be presenting as many shows. So this one's going to be a blowout party to end all parties.
So do it or don't.
Come, absolutely, on May 30th. And while that's going on upstairs, downstairs in the Historic Theater will be the Wild Rivers Film Tour. And they show movies. I'm not sure what the featured film is this year. I can definitely look that up. But it is an annual project that we take on with them where they show some amazing nature-based films about how to help the environment and what they're doing.
And what a beautiful setting to
that
to
theater
do
is
it in.
gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Then on the 31st, we have Latin Music of the Borderlands. And I believe Sky was just in here not too long ago.
Oh, yeah. He was here on Monday.
So Sky and Tony and their band will be playing Latin music to celebrate the end of May on May 31st. And then just because June is going to be here before you know it, it's going to be around the
Unbelievable.
corner. I do want to mention that on June 6th, Natalie Price and Drew Hall will be up in the Crystal Hall for their return this year. And in the Historic Theater, we will have the Chicago Experience, so a Chicago tribute band, and they're returning again as well.
So how do people get we want to make sure we pre-sell these tickets because a lot of them are going to sell out. How do people
Absolutely.
do that?
The best way is to go through our website and only our website.
Okay.
And I say that because more and more there are scam artists out there who will sell you tickets at 3 times the price.
That just hurts my heart.
It's terrible. Go through the Elks directly, which is just Elks, Prescott Elks Theater, and theater is spelled R-E. So Prescottelkstheatre.org.
Perfect. I
And
think we've got that.
That's a
Every
lot.
show that is performed at the Elks Theater and Performing Arts Center, you can go straight through there.
Perfect.
And that way you avoid the scams.
Okay.
And then I did want to mention a couple other things going on in our community because we have such an amazing theatrical community here. I was going to talk about, like I said, Into the Woods, but we've covered that one. But next door at the Cosmos Theater, which was also part of PCA once upon a time, they are going to be doing Blood on the Ivories, May 23rd through 25th. And that is a Jonathan Best musical. And the tickets are available through the Cosmos website. And then I also wanted to mention at Prescott Valley Performing Arts, May 12th through the 16th is Margot Fontaine Week.
Oh.
So different expositions and classes and finalizing with a big VIP party and show. You can get tickets through their website.
Very good.
And then one more thing to mention, on May 11th, Yavapai College Performing Arts will be performing In Perfect Harmony, which is going to be an orchestral and choral show.
Wow, there is a lot. You must be out of breath just talking about it.
You know what? If you can't find something to do, you're not looking.
That's exactly right. And you're boring. I think I've heard that somewhere before.
Probably.
So I want to talk just a little bit about Liz Rogers.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Liz
Hi.
Rogers. So first of all, congratulations, because I understand you have been nominated by Prescott Women's Magazine as, quote, a maker in arts here in Prescott.
Yeah, I was incredibly honored and surprised by that.
Well,
and
well, you should be. That is a high honor indeed.
very much so. I'm so excited to be able to work with the Elks and provide these opportunities for artists to get out there, be seen, and I take advantage of it myself. I put on shows that I create, but it's so great to be able to connect the theater community.
So, first of all, I want to ask about your name.
Oh, my name, yes.
So your name is not Elizabeth.
It
Your
is
name
not.
is Lizabeth.
it starts with the L, and I was actually named for a relative whose family has a very interesting history. So that last name was Lasef, and that's where my mother got Lizabeth. But the gentleman I was named for, his son gives me the strangest claim to fame ever, but he introduced Sonny to Cher.
Oh, you're kidding.
And he was the manager of a little teeny band called the Turtles.
Oh, I remember that little teeny band.
So, yes, he was dating Cher's mother. Family lore has it. He was into older women and was dating Cher's mother. And he was out with his buddy Sonny and ran into Cher's mother and Cher and was the one who introduced Sonny to Cher.
And the future then unfolded.
What a strange claim to fame,
It
though,
is
right?
a strange, very strange claim to fame. I
Yes.
love that. So you are the production or program and marketing manager for the Prescott Elks Theater.
Yes.
How long has that been your job?
I've been there about 4 years. I came in as the assistant program and marketing manager, and my mentor and colleague and friend decided he wanted to retire, and I have fought this every step of the way. So I keep pulling him back in. So he's there a lot. But he brought me in to replace him so he could retire. And now I'm looking for a new assistant program and marketing manager.
Oh, and how are you? There are a lot of people here who are interested in the arts. So
absolutely.
How's that going?
It's been very difficult. We have gotten applicants. One of my favorite applicants, I didn't speak to them because they're not here local, but was once the vice president of entertainment at Caesars in Las Vegas and worked for Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, well.
There are
are you worried she's overqualified?
There are very few art jobs in the country right now.
Yeah.
And so we've got people from New York and Boston and I think somebody from China.
Oh, my goodness.
Because the art community worldwide is suffering.
Yes, it is suffering, and it is shrinking, those jobs.
They are. And so the fact that there is a local community theater community position, because it's not just community theater. And so it's been tough because we definitely want a local component. We want that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We know Prescott. We know what they need.
And it is an artsy place. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Liz in just a minute. Oh. Hello again. It's Carol Chamberlain in for the lovely Leza live on the News 103.5 KYCA, speaking this morning with the lovely Liz Rogers.
Why, thank you.
Okay, on Leza Live.
That's right.
Leza Live.
Leza Live.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Elks Theater.
Absolutely. My favorite subject.
Well, so it is one of the few remaining opera houses in the United States, which I found really amazing.
Yes, there are not many left. It is funny because I have a Google alert set every time somebody mentions the Elks Theater. So there is one in Rapid City, and I get news updates about what's going on there. And it's like, wow, we wouldn't do that. But locally, our building was built in 1905 by the Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks, number 330. And it was built as an opera house, and the Performing Arts Center side was where they had their meetings. We even have a dance instructor because we have so many exercise classes. One of our dance instructors, this is one of my favorite stories, her grandfather won his house playing poker at the Elks Lodge back in the day, and now she's teaching in that same space. And
What
I think
a
that's
story.
wonderful.
That is a great story.
But we offer a variety of exercise and well-being classes, from yoga and qigong and tai chi to belly dancing and tap dancing. And I believe right now I've got hula dancers in there on one side and line dancing.
I'm just
Zumba.
amazed. I am so amazed by this. All the things that go on inside your doors is just so surprising to me when I saw it.
And I'm very thankful. We are a 501c3 underneath a foundation that means that we are a privately organized foundation, which means I'm not writing applications for grants. I'm not constantly sending out those donor letters, but instead I am the donor. The money we take in, we turn around and we use to promote art and performance in the Quad City area. Our umbrella includes the Elks Historic Theater, the Elks Performing Arts Center, Tiz Art Gallery, and Tiz Annex. That's all under our nonprofit umbrella. So we get to do college scholarships. We get to donate performance space, rehearsal space, give up-and-coming artists a chance to perform. One of my favorite donations is we costumed about 20 teeny tiny itty-bitty little ballerinas so that they could dance at senior homes.
Oh, my.
And I'm actually going to go see them dance today at Touchmark because I saw that they were going to be performing there, and that's where my father lives. So I told my dad, we're going to go see these guys because we help them out and they rehearse at the Elks, and I want to go support them.
That is really cool. And nobody dictates what art is.
Absolutely.
And
I've gotten in a lot of trouble for that statement.
I love that statement. And the Elks offer so much to so many. And as you mentioned, it's dancers, singers, comedians, plays, theater classes.
Dinner theater, improv comedy. We do anything that we haven't tried before. So we're going to have a hula dancing exposition coming up in August. We haven't done that yet. We've had a 17-piece big band orchestra and a swing class.
But you've also had karaoke, I believe.
Not in a while. Maybe we need to bring that back around.
Well, the only reason I'm saying that is because I believe I saw you as a karaoke star.
Never.
Didn't
I do not sing.
I thought I saw it online where
I
you
must
were
have a
doing
doppelganger.
you were doing Shallows.
No, definitely wasn't me. Nobody wants to hear me sing.
I'm so sorry to hear that because I heard you tell a story.
That I can do.
I thought I heard you sing a song, but okay, whoever it was who was singing that day, it was absolutely fabulous. So,
yeah, we haven't done karaoke in a while. We may need to bring that up again.
Actually, it is really a wonderful idea because that's a lot of fun. But you are a talent unto yourself.
Oh,
and
well, I appreciate that. I get to work with some great people. They make me look good.
Well, and you do so much for the community. So I have to say good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Because I believe that's when the maker is going to be announced by Prescott Woman Magazine. So good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
We're behind you, and we are going to see you tomorrow. I hope Leza feels better by then. If not, you'll hear me again. So thanks for being with us. Bye now.
Bye.